How hail happens. A soft rain is falling on the roof. It sounds nice. Suddenly, the sound gets louder. It sounds like golf balls are bouncing off the roof. You race to the window. Outside, round balls of ice cover the ground and bounce off the sidewalk. It is hailing. How does rain turn into hard hail in a matter of seconds? Inside a storm cloud. It actually takes longer than a few seconds to form hail. It starts with a storm cloud. Storm clouds are made of water droplets. Large storm clouds are both very wide and very tall. The top of those clouds can reach high into the air. At the top, air is much colder than it is right above the ground or even at the bottom of the cloud. Raindrops start to form at the bottom of the cloud where it is warmer. Journey of a raindrop. As the wind moves the storm cloud, it also moves some of the raindrops inside of it. Some of the raindrops move upward to the top of the cloud. If the cold raindrops meet the very cold air at the top of the cloud, then they turn to ice. These new ice drops, or hailstones, get heavier. As a result, they fall to the ground. Clear and cloudy hail. Some hail is very clear, like the ice cubes from your refrigerator. Other hail looks milky, like a piece of white chalk. When the hailstone is clear, it is because there is little air in it. That happens when raindrops freeze slowly and the air bubbles in the water have time to escape. When the hailstones are milky looking, it is because the ice contains many small air bubbles. That happens when air at the top of the cloud is super cold. That cold air turns the raindrops into ice almost immediately. The ice then traps the air bubbles. Hailstones of every shape and size. Sometimes there are strong winds that move up through a cloud instead of sideways. As a result, the wind can pick up the hailstones and send them back to the top of the clouds. At the top, the hailstones meet the cold air again and get a new coat of ice. In a strong thunderstorm, that can happen several times. When you look carefully at a hailstone, you may see some rings. Each ring is one layer of ice. If you count the rings, then you'll be able to tell how many times the hailstone has made the trip to the top of the cloud. This up and down movement causes hailstones to have very unusual shapes. It also makes the hailstones bigger. Some hailstones can be the size of a pebble. Other hailstones can be larger than a baseball. Next time you see hail gathering on your lawn, pick some up and look at it closely. It may have more of a story to tell than an ordinary ice cube. Number 1. Which sentence best tells the main idea of the section clear and cloudy hail? A. Hail can be either milky or clear. B. When raindrops freeze slowly, air bubbles have a chance to escape. Air bubbles also make the hailstones bigger. C. The amount of air trapped inside of a hailstone determines if it is more clear or milky. D. Very cold air can trap air bubbles inside of hailstones. Number 2. Which sentences from the section clear and cloudy hail best supports your answer to question 1? Choose 2 sentences. A. Some hail is very clear, like ice cubes from your refrigerator. B. The cold air turns the raindrops into ice almost immediately. C. When the hailstone is clear, it is because there is little air in it. D. When the hailstone is milky looking, it is because the ice contains many air bubbles. E. Other hail looks milky like a piece of white chalk. Number 3. What is the main idea of the passage? Number 4. Underline one detail from paragraph 4 that best supports the inference that the top of clouds where milky hailstones come from are much colder than clouds that clear hailstones come from. Some hail is very clear, like the ice cubes from your refrigerator. Other hail looks milky like a piece of white chalk. When the hailstone is clear, it is because there is little air in it. That happens when the raindrops freeze slowly and the air bubbles in the water have time to escape. When the hailstone is milky looking, it is because the ice contains many small air bubbles. That happens when air at the top of the cloud is super cold. That cold air turns the raindrops into ice immediately.